Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I am going to do something a little bit different, but this will be the last prediction video for what I have planned. We never know what happens, maybe something unexpected happens and then I'm like, another prediction video. But for this year, the last one will be NCT, but it's going to be a bit different because in the second, I have 3 questions usually, and in the second one I do a group reading and then I take out cards for each individual member. So I think you guys know where my issue comes in with NCT. The most I've done is for 17 and they are 13 members, and that one was quite lengthy and also I couldn't really fit the cards within the frame. So for this one, for NCT, they're 23. So I will do part 1 and part 2. Part 1 will include all 3 questions, but it will be specifically for the group, and then part 2 will be answering the second question, but it will be their individual energy, I guess you could put it that way. So I'm just saying that from the start so you guys can prepare yourselves that this is just part 1 and be ready for part 2 that will come out soon after this one. So you don't have to wait that long, but my editor monkey has a lot to edit and I have a lot to record. I do hope you enjoy it though, and I do feel that if I don't go insane and if my editor monkey doesn't go insane either, we will probably have timestamps for the individual reading, so prepare so you guys can like jump around between members, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, in this one is a prediction reading for 2022. We're going to ask 3 different questions. The first one is the current energy of the group. The second question is what is in store for the group in 2022. And then the last one will just be healing messages or any advice that comes through for the group for this year specifically. And let's just jump into it, I guess. Also, I'm very fluffy. I got this for Christmas, and since it's green, I thought it was more than appropriate to wear it. Not to mention that I'm kind of cold, so it's even more necessary than anything. And I'm very fluffy too. Anyway. So question 1. What is the current energy for NCT? Wait, there you go. I was using the wrong deck. What is the current energy NCT is as a whole? How are they currently doing? We have the 5 of Swords. It feels like right now they are being disciplined, or they're being put together. They're put under the line. I don't think that's the right phrase, but it strikes me as like they're currently being told what to do. They're currently being managed and being strictly and firmly being organized. That's the feeling that I'm getting with the imagery of the 5 of Swords. However, usually the 5 of Swords talks about winning the battle or winning a war of sorts, winning the spoils, that type of energy. So let's just take one more card just to see how the group is how is NCT currently doing, like NCT as a whole. Okay, and then we have the Prince of Wands, or the Page of Wands right here. So specifically, this Page of Wands tells me about someone that's waiting to take action. They're in hold right now. They're waiting for that, for the green light to start doing something. The pages are all about new beginnings and baby energy. So not baby energy as in like making babies. Baby energy as in young. I don't know who thought of baby making in that sense, but just clarifying that. Anyway, for this Prince of Wands, it kind of feels that currently for all of NCT, all members as a whole, they are being organized and they're waiting to start taking action towards a new project potentially. It feels like they're all preparing. There's a sense of polishing their skills or taking action in the sense of being patient and waiting with this Page of Wands. There's a promise of a new project, or there's promise of taking action pretty soon and following something. We have a combo of fire and air with Swords and Wands, so it definitely feels that something is brewing, something is baking. So it seems like currently they're preparing for something, for a project. Now, what is the current energy for NCT 127? I felt like that one was gonna come out. What's the current energy for NCT 127? So we have the 10 of Wands reversed. It feels like the group is currently getting rid of some burdens, or they've been burdened with a lot of responsibilities. We also have the Lovers reverse. Oh, okay. So the Lovers, when it's not talking about love, romantic stuff, it usually talks about new opportunities, communication, because it's Gemini energy. And with this 10 of Wands reversed, both of them being reversed, it feels like there's a stagnation of something for NCT 127. It feels like it's strange. With these two cards, I will feel like someone that is burdened at the fact that they don't have opportunities, or they feel like there's a lack of something, a lack of projects, or a lack of opportunities, let's put it that way. But I don't want to say that because it's NCT 127, so to me it feels like that's not the case. It feels like it's actually something else, but I wanted to mention it in case that was actually why these two cards came out. The other interpretation that could potentially fit for the current energy that they are in is a sense of feeling burdened or being overwhelmed with responsibilities, tasks, and jobs to do. So they have an abundance of opportunities, but instead of feeling like something good and positive and something happy with the Lovers, it actually feels like a burden. It feels overwhelming. It feels tiring. So there's a sense of being overworked or being preparing a lot for the future projects coming in, and that's where the overworking type of energy is coming through for NCT 127. So they're currently being overworked, it feels like. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan, so I don't know what each member is individually doing. Unless they take something out in Korea, I will not necessarily see it, so I don't really know what they're up to. But they are being overworked. So I'm saying that because I don't know if news has come out, so I don't know how busy they are under the public's eye, but they're being overworked. So how is NCT Dream currently doing? Oh. Well, I'm gonna take out 3 cards that came upright. Not upright, but came facing up. We have the Moon, the 10 of Cups reversed, and the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, that's not something I should laugh about. I say that and then I still laugh. So for NCT Dream, there's this sense of not having fun and not looking in. Seems like currently they're not enjoying what they're doing. We have the Moon, so there's a lot of unknowns. Here, it almost feels, when you see this woman dancing with this, is it a woman? I think it is. Okay, when you see this person dancing with this polar bear, it kind of feels like the energy of the Strength card, when it's like this woman that has tamed a lion, and it's supposed to show someone that has found strength, someone that is able to tame their wild their wild raw side of themselves, right? That's what strength is supposed to represent, and this imagery right here made me think of that card. However, this is the Moon, so the Moon talks more about the unknown. So I feel that there's a sense of like there's an underlying very pure and raw energy coming through for the group. So for NCT Dream, it feels like they're currently in a period where they're not really content because they have the 10 of Cups reversed and the 3 of Cups. The 10 of Cups talks about a happy ending, is kind of like a happily ever after. I can't speak. And here we have like a family, so there's a sense of home and fulfillment and being content. Because it's cups, we're talking about emotions. And then we have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups talks about celebrating, having fun, hanging out with friends. And with both of these cards being reversed, I do feel that NCT Dream is currently going through a period of filled with unknowns, mystery, and things are not clear. And I think that is bringing them a bit of emotional, not necessarily emotional baggage, as in like something from their past is coming through. It feels more like they can't have fun, or they feel like because of all of these unknowns, there's not a promise of a happy future or something along those lines. So it feels like for NCT Dream that they're not emotionally satisfied or happy at the moment. It feels like they can't have fun. So if they can't have fun, there's a sense that maybe they're very busy, and because of that they can't enjoy their time or something along those lines. Or maybe they're just not happy with the work that they're doing. that could be it as well. And the last group that we have is WayV. So how is WayV currently doing? Oh, 3 cards, okay. So WayV, we have the 7 of Cups reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, and Death reversed. So it seems like WayV is having a rough time as well. I guess NCT is not really. It seems like NCT as a whole is doing pretty decent. They're just waiting for the right time to take action. But it seems like there's a sense of being overworked in their smaller units. But for WayV, there's a sense of entering the unknown as well, because we have the Death card reversed, and to me Death talks about transformations. It talks about change, getting rid of something and having this rebirth or changing into this new transformation, getting rid of the old, bringing in the new, that type of energy. But with it being reversed, I usually see this as resistance to that change. And we also have the Ace of Wands reversed, so it definitely feels like there's a new beginning that WayV is resisting, or they don't really want to accept the fact that there's a new beginning, or like they don't want to embark in this new chapter in their lives because it requires to let go of something in order to bring this new energy or bring this new project through, or something along those lines. But with this Ace of Wands, there is a promise of a new start. There is a promise of abundance and being filled with inspiration and motivation to move forward. But it hasn't fully come through, and I think it's because they haven't gone through the transformation necessary and needed for this new chapter to be embarked upon. We also have the 7 of Cups reversed. So usually upright, the 7 of Cups talks about having a lot of options, a lot of opportunities, and being able to take different paths. It's all about, it's up to you to decide which path to take and something along those lines. However, with it being reversed, there's a sense of maybe they can't decide what path to take or what project to embark upon, or they don't see all the options available to them, or they can't make a decision because some of these cups are filled with blessings and some of these cups are blessed with karmic cycles, or or something difficult, a challenge, a lesson to be learned, something along those lines. So I do feel also with this yellow dragon, there's a sense of having higher knowledge or needing that knowledge to be able to take a better decision. So I do feel that WayV is currently still in the sense of having to go through a transformation. They may need a bit more of knowledge to safely start in this new chapter. There is a promise of a new beginning, but they're resisting that change, and I don't really want to say it, but I think we're all feeling it, what that change could be. So yeah, they're currently still trying to figure that out. There's a transformation, a change that has to be done, and it seems like they're not really content, or they're resisting that change. But it's definitely necessary. They have to definitely start changing, I guess. So now I will go on to the second question, but I will only do the group one, which is what is in store for NCT for NCT's career in 2022. Sorry, I got distracted. So what's in store for NCT's career for 2022? We have Cancer energy. This tells me that right now they're focusing on creating a stronger bond as a group. It feels like they're trying to. Actually, before I start interpreting the cards, let me take all of them out so I don't get distracted shuffling the whole time, and we can just fast forward this section. So what's in store for NCT into 7's career in 2022? So now we have all the cards, and I will just start interpreting them. So what's in store for NCT as a whole for their career in 2022? We have Cancer and the Hanged Woman. So this tells me that there's a sense of changing their approach, changing their technique, or there's a sense of doing things differently this year to improve their career. And it feels like there's the new strategy with the Hanged Woman. It's not reversed, she's upright. But with this card, we're talking about going through a change or seeing things from a different perspective. So it feels like there's like the group for 2022, their career, they're embarking on a new strategy, a new technique, they're trying to do something differently to make the group work in 2022. And with this Cancer energy, there's a sense of creating or selling the image of family, of working together, of creating stronger bonds, trusting each other more, because they're trying to create a sense of family and home. So for NCT's career, I do feel that SM may be pushing a little bit more for more comebacks or more projects as all of NCT. We kind of saw a little bit of that at the end of 2021, so I do feel that they're just going to push their agenda a little bit more this year and making it a bit more obvious. When I see the imagery here with the Hanged Woman, it kind of feels like someone that is, you know, when they show the training arcs in fighting movies and sometimes they're like practicing under a waterfall. I don't really know what that helps for, but it's a thing. It's useful, I guess, if that's what they do, or at least it looks cool. So I feel that with this Cancer card, there's a sense of nurturing a project or working towards that, or creating a sense of family and stronger bonds in order to have more loyalty of sorts. I did think of Taeyong right away when I saw the Cancer card, so I do feel that there might be a lot of work for him in order to maintain the group's, I don't know why integrity was the first thing that came out, but in order to help with the group's image and unity sense. As a leader, he will have to make sure that they look like a group. Okay. And then for NCT 127's career for 2022, we have Capricorn with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It was so funny because the first thing I heard when I saw the Ace of Pentacles was like, you know, gotta make some money or something along those lines. With Capricorn, we have Papa energy because Capricorn is considered like the father of the zodiac. So it definitely feels like a sense of structure, a sense of a traditional way of making money, being under the public's eye, because Capricorn, we have a 10, so it made me think of the 10th house. But if we continue talking about this, we have a sense of material focus, money focus, and career focus. So for 2022, NCT 127 will just continue with their career. They will continue trying to work a lot and make a lot of projects. I do feel that with this Ace of Pentacles reverse, there is a sense of delays, a sense of stagnation, or a lot of, I don't know why tripwire was the thing that came up, but all I'm trying to do is describe that there will be a lot of difficulties with comebacks or a lot of difficulties with promotions, so it's going to be messy. I don't think it's necessarily because of the group's fault. I just think it's management's fault. I do feel that there's a sense of lack of preparation, trying to start projects a lot earlier, because I'm thinking of prematured projects coming out, or like there's a lack of preparation, or because it feels like comebacks will be rushed, or it will feel like there was not enough work or enough material or enough resources or enough manpower to make these comebacks flow smoothly into its creation and its final product. So I do feel with this Capricorn energy that there will be a lot of working, a lot of trying to create this nice public image, trying to continue with a reputation as the main money makers of sorts. I don't know if that's the case, but to me it kind of feels like that SM just pushes NCT 127 to make money. I mean, all of them, but it's like, we need to send NCT, send those. So that's why I'm saying that it definitely feels like there will be a lot of delays or issues with that Ace of Pentacles reverse though. Now for NCT Dream, their career in 2022, we have the Sun, we have the Ace of Cups reverse, and the Four of Cups. upright. So this tells me a sense, the sun tells me about people coming into their own energy, being more confident, shining brightly, being under that spotlight. So I do feel that in 2022 there will be a focus in NCT Dream to continue being under the spotlight, or they will succeed a lot this year. Or okay, being under the spotlight, it could be very good or it could be very bad. You could be under the spotlight because of scandals and stuff, or you could be under the spotlight because you're doing very well, so you're getting that recognition. But with the sun, we're just going to see NCT Dream be a lot more like themselves. There's a sense of just growing and expanding constantly. So that seems to be important, a sense of growth, a sense of shining bright, or coming out of the shadows, or just showing who they truly are, because the sun is supposed to represent like the general energy that creates who we are in astrology. So that's kind of where I'm getting that information. Now we have the Four of Cups. So there's a sense of being distracted. There is a sense of lack of focus. Usually the Four of Cups talks about that, someone that is distracted, someone that is not seeing things. Like if a blessing is coming through, the Four of Cups is supposed to represent someone that can't see that because they're asleep, or they're looking away from the blessing coming through. With the imagery here, it feels like she's filling up the other cup, so there's a sense of having to give to where there is some lacking of sorts. So I do feel like there's a sense of, and also with the Ace of Cups reversed, that doesn't feel that good either. Again, NCT Dream has a lot of cups, so I do feel, and they're very young, so maybe they're just growing and they're struggling with understanding where, how they feel about things. They're trying to place meaning, motivation, and inspiration to their work, I feel, and that's why they're getting a bunch of cups. We have the moon, which we have the moon, and then we have the sun in their career. So whatever it is that they don't see, whatever is a mystery, will slowly come out to the light, and they'll understand it a bit better. Also, with all of the cups, I think they're going to understand their emotions could distract them a little bit from their work, or they could be distracted because of all of the unknown energy that they're going through. It definitely feels like they're currently want to have fun and they want to be happy, but they're struggling to make that happen because they're working. I don't think their work is making them happy right now, and with this Ace of Cups reverse, it feels like many of them want to live life, and maybe they're getting tired from working. Tired from working, I don't necessarily mean like they're being overworked. I mean it in the sense of they may be losing motivation, or they may have lost the focus as to why they were doing this in the first place. So now for WayV, what's in store for their career in 2022? We have Earth, and to clarify it, we have Strength reverse. Okay, so with Earth, there's a sense of stability. There is a sense of being persistent and working in the traditional way to make things happen. So, with persistence and hard work, anything can happen, that type of energy. When you have Earth, we have the element of someone that is going slow but steady. So I do feel that WayV may not be going full on crazy like some of the other units, but they're taking like the small stepping stones, they're taking those little steps to make their work happen. And with the Strength card reverse, it feels like this transformation that they're currently going through is going to reflect in the power that they're putting into their work. It definitely feels that with the Strength reverse, there's a lot of obstacles that the group will encounter in their career. It feels like there's a lot of delays, could be part of it as well. Like something is getting in the way of their work, and that's why they have to be even more persistent. They have to be working even harder. Earth is the element of Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and all of those signs are very persistent, hardworking, slow and steady wins the race type of energy. They're hardworking signs because they are more into the physical and material world, and so career is one of them. You have the workaholic of Virgo, you have the ambitious Capricorn, and then you have the persistent Taurus energy that Earth symbolizes. So I'm getting this sense of they have to work very hard. And with the Strength card, we have Leo energy, so that's a fifth sign as well. I say as well because Taurus is one as well. I'm talking a lot about astrology, so if you can't keep up, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best to explain. But with this strength card reverse, there's a sense of they will encounter a lot of difficulties that they will have to get the courage of, or they will have to face their fears, or they will have to just pull through and almost like a bulldozer, just go and destroy any challenges and just overcome them. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting for WayV. I almost say NCT. For WayV's career this year, they will have to just overcome a lot of challenges, and it will be difficult. But again, slow and steady. I don't think they will be discouraged despite all the difficulties that they may encounter. Now, to finish off the group reading, or part 1, I'm just going to take a couple cards out to see what healing messages come through or what advice comes through for all of NCT. For all of them. Advice. We have Pisces energy, so there's a sense of following their intuition, following their heart. They're being advised to see beyond the surface level, because Pisces is a very intuitive card. Being compassionate and have empathy and sympathy for each other, that will be very important. I think that message I said it weird. That message came through because in order for all of them to survive in their career, they have to work hard. They have to always be united somehow. They don't have to like each other. They just have to be able to coexist. And with this Pisces energy, I'm getting a sense of sympathy. So have a sense of understanding for each other, being able to hear each other out, be able to be there for each other in a sense of if someone is not in the mental state to do something, or they're going through a very rough period, somebody else can pick up the slack of that individual and just push forward, because they have enough members to make that happen. Then we have Mars energy, so that's the sense of just working hard. Mars is a warrior. Mars is the energy of work as well, or at least for me it is, because my Mars is in the 6th house, so that's the house of work and routine and health. So I do feel that one of the messages that is coming through for NCT for 2022 is to work hard, to be persistent, to not give up, to stay motivated, to do what they're passionate about. Again, following their intuition will be very helpful. So if, for example, their body is not doing well health-wise, to not ignore those messages and actually do something to stay healthy. So if they have to take a break, that they should do that, or if they're okay with pushing forward, they can continue pushing forward. Mars is also the energy that tells me what they're motivated about or what they're passionate about. So there's a sense of continue, that they all need to remind themselves why they're doing this, and if it's because it makes them happy, if it's because that's what motivates them or inspires them, like to continue holding on to those things in order to survive this year. One more card of advice for all of NCT for 2022. Oh crap. All those cards just kind of went bloop. Healing messages or advice for NCT. Oh well, there's 2 more. We have water and Scorpio. Again, Scorpio is intense and water is all about emotions, so there's a sense, and we have Pisces as well. Yeah, we couldn't get Cancer because that one already popped out. So there's a sense of being emotionally healthy, so the group has been encouraged to follow their intuition, to follow their emotions, to not ignore them. Scorpio can definitely have their walls up, and it's definitely the energy of someone that's a bit more mysterious, but I do feel that they're being encouraged to look at themselves a little bit more. Death is Scorpio energy, so this could be a message for WayV as well, to look deep within themselves, to do the transformations they have to go through. Seems like there's going to be a lot of emotional changes for all of them. Seems like there's the advice to not ignore that as well. So if, again, intuition is very big in this area as well, so if there's something that's not working out or something that doesn't jab them the right way, definitely to not ignore those flags, those red flags I'm saying. But it could also be something good, like if there's something that their heart is telling them that they want to do and they're passionate about, life is definitely encouraging them to push forward, to make those projects happen. So if one of them wants to start doing some clockwork for some reason, life is encouraging them to do it. I don't know why, but that's the first example that came up. Anyway, so that feels like that's the biggest message, to just follow their emotions. If they have like this intense inkling to do something, life is encouraging them to do it. Life is definitely pushing them to follow their intuition, to walk away from something or walk towards something, whatever that may be, to not ignore that. So yes, I'll leave that there for part 1 of NCT's prediction group reading of this year. I'll see you in part 2 in a little bit, but I'll record that right now. Love and healing from my part to you, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is, and bye.